everyone, it's Gina, and I'm back today with day 7 of the Lupus and Chronic Illness Awareness Challenge. And today's prompt is, what was your biggest realization since becoming chronically ill? I sat down and really thought about this question, and I came up with a few things. But for me, the biggest one I think was that despite all of my best efforts, I couldn't avoid illness or developing some kind of a disease. And by that I mean I've spent majority of my life taking care of myself. I ran cross country when I was in middle school. I ran cross country in high school. I ran cross country all through college. I ate well. I took care of myself. Even as an adult, I trained in the martial arts, became a black belt, and still here I am several years later battling lupus and a host of other chronic illnesses. So it really doesn't matter what you do. You never know whether or not you're going to be the one that's going to develop some chronic illness down the road. I remember when my doctor, my primary doctor, sat me down and he said, well, I guess you do have lupus. Now we need to start treating it. And I jokingly said to him, sometimes I wish that I did take that shot of vodka or that I did smoke that joint, because then at least maybe I would have had something to blame as to why I might have developed this illness. But the thing is, I took care of myself. I ate right, I exercised, and here I am battling lupus years later. It's like my body decided it didn't want that kind of a treatment and rebelled. So, I was joking, obviously, because if you know what lupus is, it literally is your own body attacking itself. And so for someone like me to have trained, eaten well, to literally have your body turn around and just do something like this to you, and it's not just lupus that I was diagnosed with. It's the neuropathy and the heart issue, the lung issue. Um, it just doesn't seem right, for lack of a better way of putting it, that someone would then later on develop an autoimmune reaction to everything that they seemingly were doing right for their body. So I think that was the biggest realization, was that I tried to do right by my body and it just kind of rebelled and decided it was just going to do its own thing, and its own thing meant it was going to attack itself, and when all of this starts to happen, you spend so much time wondering, is there something I could have done differently? Was there something that I did um, 5 years ago that might have triggered this? Was it something that I ate 2 years ago that might have, made things worse? Was there something that I ate 10 years ago that might have triggered autoimmunity? Who knows? But the thing is, you spend so much time going through all of these questions as to why this could possibly have happened. And the truth is, nobody really knows what causes lupus. There is a lot of speculation as to what could possibly trigger autoimmunity, and as a result of me developing it, I decided, I'm going to do a lot of research, and I started to study a lot of things. And one of the things I realized was that I had really lost track of my background, as in the herbal background that I had grown up in, or I should call it the bush medicine background that I had grown up in. And that's one of the other realizations that I had, was when I was first diagnosed, I had, when the doctors mentioned one medicine or another medicine, I was jumping at the idea of, yes, let's take this medicine. Let's fix me. I need to be fixed because I do not want to have this illness. I don't care that you call it incurable. I'm going to find a way of getting rid of it. And then, of course, the medicines didn't work for me anyway. And I really started to dive back into my herbal roots. And as a result of that, I became a certified herbalist. I'm going to be talking about that and all of the herbal remedies that I've been using. I'll be discussing that in an upcoming video, so I won't go into any details here. I do spend a lot of time trying to heal my body using natural remedies, but I've realized also that the last couple of years I've spent so much time on trying to heal rather than just trying to live, really. And that's one of the things that I am going to be doing a lot more of this year, is just enjoying every moment and living, not just spending a lot of time finding out what works, what remedy works here, what didn't work here, but basically eating well, fixing my stomach, basically trying to heal the immune system using natural remedies, and I'll talk about that a lot later on as well. But that's a big realization. Life really is short, and we need to be living every moment of our lives because we never know when it's going to end. I've seen so many lupus warriors that have lost their battle over the last few months, over the last couple of years, and it really just hits home that life is really short and we need to live in the moment rather than stressing out about the past and developing anxiety issues about what's coming up in the future. So that's another huge realization that I'm sure most of us really have to work on as well, is just learning how to live in the present. Thank you for being with me on this video, as well as following the Lupus and Chronic Illness Awareness Challenge. If you would like to take part, it is not too late. Tomorrow will be day 8. And I will post the link below so that you can go ahead and join the Lupus and Chronic Illness Awareness Challenge if you would like to do so. It is not too late.